Alright, so as fast as I can, hopefully no mistakes. I'll try and explain as much as I can as I go along. If there is a mistake, then I won't know until the end. But at the end of the paper, I will check the answers to see if there are any mistakes. I won't leave any mistakes in. I'll come back and correct it. But fingers crossed there won't be. Okay, let's begin. Right, so y is minus 2. So we have 5 lots of minus 2 squared minus minus 2 cubed, which is 5 lots of 4 minus minus 8, which is 20 plus 8, so that's 28. That was actually quite hard for the first question. That's 2p, 4 minus 1, 4p minus 1, of course. Expand this is going to give me 12t squared minus 8t. Expanding these brackets goes there, 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 and there. So we're going to get 5x squared, we're going to get plus 20x, we're going to get minus 2x minus 8. So it's 5x squared plus 18x minus 8. Okay, work out the area of the shaded region. Okay, so halfway along is the radius. The box is equal to 12 times by, and that radius is halfway as well, so that's 6. So 12 times 6 is equal to 72. Now the semicircle is pi r squared over 2, which is pi times by 6 squared over 2, which is pi times by 36 over 2, which is 18. So the shaded area will be 72 minus 18 pi. Which is 15.5 to 3 significant figures. Perfect. Okay, list the members of the intersection. So the intersection is where they overlap. So 24 they overlap, and also 30 they overlap. Not A, all the ones that aren't in A. So 21 isn't, 23 isn't, 25 isn't. 27 isn't, and 29 isn't. Using set notation, find an expression for C in terms of A and B. So this is 23, 25, and 29. Those are the ones that are not in A or B. So they are not in the union of A. Not in the union of A and B. Okay, so this is 3 to the 4 is 81. K squared to the 4 is k to the 8. You times the powers. Let's look at the numbers. 21 divided by 3 is 7. M stays the same. We're not dividing it by any other m's. That's n to the 1. We're dividing it by n to the minus 5. So that will be n to the 6, because you have to subtract the powers, and 1 minus minus 5 is 6. Oh no, rotation, that is horrendous. On the grid, rotate P 180 degrees about the point minus 3, 2. Minus 3, 2 is here. I mean, this point here is just going to go directly up 5, 6, 7. So it's going to go all the way up to here. This point here is going to go over... oh man, I need tracing paper for this. Okay, I'm just going to have to eyeball it. I think it's going to be over here. That's going to be 6. So 6 along. So it's not going to go to the end. It's going to go to here. Then it's going to come down 3. And then it's going to come across 3. And it's going to go up like that. Yeah, that's a rotation. Okay, cool. Label the new shape Q. On the grid, translate P by the vector 10, 8. Okay, so let's pick this point here and go 10 across. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 up. Okay, so that comes down 3, goes across 3, 6, goes up like that, and then goes across over here. Okay, label the new shape R. Fine. Okay, describe fully the transformation that maps T onto U. Right, so if we draw lines back, we should be able to find the point of right. I'm gonna eyeball that at this point here. So that's an enlargement. The scale factor is T2U, so it's getting 2 times bigger. Scale factor of 2, and then the centre is going to be minus 3, 3. Okay, we've got petrol prices. On Wednesday was 5% more than the price of petrol on the previous Monday. Calculate the price of 30 litres of petrol on the previous Monday. So we had 30 times by 1.26 was then multiplied by 1.05. No, that's not right. Sorry. The previous price is what we're trying to find. That was multiplied by 1.05 because it's 5% more, and that equals the new price, which is 30 lots of petrol times by this. So the old price, capital X, will be 30 times 1.26 over 1.05, which is 36. Okay, good. We don't have to round it, which makes me feel like I got it right. Write down the three inequalities that define this region. Okay, so we are above the line y equals 1. We are to the left of the line x equals 3. And we are below this diagonal line, which is y 3x minus 2. Okay, which ocean has the largest length of coastline? So it's going to be the one which is 10 to the power 5, because that takes preference. And it's going to be 1.357. That's the one. And it says which ocean though. So we're not actually looking for the value, we're looking for the actual ocean. So it's the Pacific Ocean. Okay, calculate the difference between the length of the Atlantic and the Southern Indian Oceans. Okay, so the Atlantic is 1.119 times 10 to the 5, and the Southern Indian, just the Southern Ocean, sorry, is 1.797 times 10 to the 4, which gives us this. As a side note, if you've got the newer version of this calculator, you can't do this like that. Because it really messes up or something with standard form. Anyway, this is in standard form, it asked me for. So 9.393 times 10 to the 1, 2, 3, 4. Solve. So that's x minus 1, x minus 20 equals 0. So x equals 1, x equals 20. We have a maths teacher, blah blah blah, kilometres, okay. Calculate the estimate for the mean travelled by the whole groups was this. Work out the value of x. Okay, so the mean was 4.25. So 4.25 equals the midpoint, which is 1 times x, plus 3 times 11, which is 33, plus 5 times 8 is 40, plus 7 times 6 is 42, plus 5 times 9 is 45. And that all needs to be divided by the total, which is x plus, that's 19, plus 6 is 25, plus that is 30. Okay, right, so the top line, 33 plus 40 plus 42 plus 45 is 160. So we have x plus 160 over x plus 30. Right, times through both sides by that denominator gives us 4.25x plus 30 multiplied by 4.25 is, oops, no time for that, is equal to this, and that's equal to x plus 160. So take away an x from both sides. and take away this from 160 is, okay, 32.5. So divide that by 3.25 should give us 10. Fine, x equals 10, lovely. Okay, calculate the perimeter of the shaded sector of the circle. Well, that angle in there must be 320 because it's around a circle, and that makes 360. And the perimeter, well, to find the arc, we do the angle multiplied by 2 pi r, and r is 9. And then we have to also plus on these side lengths here, which are both 9, to make the perimeter. So 320 over 360 times by, times by 2 pi times by 9, plus 2 9s are 18. Fine, so 3 snip figures we get 68.3. Simultaneous equations. Okay, let's times the top one by 5 and the bottom one by 2. Let's subtract them. I get 29y is equal to 87. That's equal to 3. So y is equal to 3. And then let's go into the top one. So 2x plus 3 times 7 is 21 equals 17. So 2x is equal to minus 4. So x is equal to minus 2. Okay, it says that you've got 500 distance. The angle of depression from of B from A. So if I draw a line straight out, depression means go down from A. So that angle in there is 23. Calculate the vertical height of A above B. Okay, so if I draw another line out across like that, then this is also by Z angles 23. Now this is the height which I'm looking for, H. So this is a right angle triangle where we need the opposite and we have the hypotenuse. So sine of 23 should equal the H over 500. So H should equal 500 sine of 23, which is 195.4 meters. Okay. Simon bought a house at the beginning of 2018. The value of Simon's house had decreased by this, so that's 0.85 multiplier. The house increased in value both in 19 and 20. The percentage increases in the value of the house were the same. Okay, so we can square the multiplier. The value of Simon's house at the end of 2020 was 2.85 times greater than the amount he paid for at the beginning of 2019. Calculate the percentage increase. Right, so let's start 2018, let's call that X. And then what happened? It was multiplied by this, and then it increased by some amount, which we don't know, twice, because it was for 2 years, which was the same. And that then equals the value at the start multiplied by 1.0285. Oh my gosh, what? Oh, I got this wrong. I can't. Can we solve this? Oh, of course. Yes, we can, because we could divide both sides by x to cancel that out. Whew. So we get 0.85 y squared is equal to 1.0285. Big panic there. I thought I just had no idea what I was going to do, but it came to me. So we're still on track, and that's a lovely number. 1.21, because we can square root that to get 1.1, and 1.1 corresponds to a 10% increase. So calculate the percentage increase in the value of the house during 2019, which is exactly what we have just found. So 10% is the answer. prove algebraically that the product of any two odd numbers is always an odd number. So any two odd numbers. So we have 2n plus 1 and 2m plus 1. They have to be different letters because they are any two at all. And it's the products, they're multiplying them. So when I multiply out these brackets, I get 4nm plus 2n plus 2m plus 1, which I can write as two lots of 2mn plus n plus m plus 1, which is odd. Perfect. Okay, the number of elements. Oh gosh, right. This is tricky. This is tricky. We have to use the fact that that the union is equal to the two sets added together minus their intersection. So that's a useful formula to know. So 62 plus 30 is obviously 92, and then if I do take away 68, I get 24. So therefore the intersection must be 24. So 24 goes in the middle, which means that A is 62 minus 24 is, I don't want to make a mistake, and I'm just panicking, 38. And 30 minus 24 is 6. And the total is 80. So we have 38 plus 24 plus 6 is equal to 68. Yeah, of course it's equal to 68. We know that. So that's 12 goes on the outside to make up to 80. An element is chosen at random. Using the Venn diagram, find the probability the element is in the intersection. Well, that's 24 out of 80. Don't need to simplify it. Is in A union not B. Okay, so I know people find this really tricky. So A, and that's all of A, and then union with not B will be all of these there. So that means that it's just it's 74. 74 out of 80, because union means you could be in either. So it doesn't matter if you're in, you don't have to be in both. Okay, so we've got two functions, and we've got f of g of 3. Fine, so let's find g of 3 first, which is going to be 3 minus 10, which is minus 7. So f of that is going to be 49 plus 6, which is 55. Solve the equation. Okay, so I've got to put g into f. So I'm going to write f out, but I'm going to replace the x with the g. And that's equal to f of x, which looks like that. I'm going to expand this out. And plus 6 is going to give me 106. Is equal to x squared plus 6. The x squares can go from both sides. We can get minus 20x is equal to 6 minus 106 is minus 100. Why does that feel uncomfortable? No, that's good. So x equals 5. Okay, the function h is defined as this. State the value of x that cannot be included in the domain of h. You can't divide by 0, so x cannot be 0. Express the inverse function of h of x. Fine, we set y equal to it. We then swap every x for y and every y for an x, and then we make y the subject again. So we multiply up. I'll move everything over I'll move the 4 over to this side, and I'll move the the xy over to the other side, and I'll take out a factor of y, and then I'll divide through by that factor of 2 minus x, so I get 4 over 2 minus x. Okay, solve this equation. Right, so the first thing we're going to notice is that this has that's we factorise like that. So to make it a common denominator, I just need to times the one on the left by x, because then we get this. And we have the denominators are the same. So I can multiply the denominators through to the other side to get 2 lots of x plus 2. And then I'm going to multiply out the brackets to get 2x squared plus 4x. Bring it all over to one side, so 2x squared minus x when that comes over, like so. And then we're going to factorise this, so 2x x will have we'll have minus 3 here and plus 1 there. It's worth checking to make sure that works. Yes, that does work. So x is equal to 3 over 2, or x is equal to minus 1. Perfect. Okay, simplify. So we know that 8 is 2 cubed. We know that 4 is 2 squared. And we know that the cube root is raising it to the power of a third. So we can multiply these along so that 3 and 2 make 6. 2 times 6 times a third is 12 times a third, which is 4. So 2 to the 4. And then we add these powers, so it is 2 to the 10. Yes, I think I've answered that. I've done that well. Okay, so here, find the value of n. Tricky. So the negative power. I'm not sure if that's going to be helpful actually. So let's do n. Let's do 1 over n to the power of 4 over 5 is equal to 1 over 2 to the power of 4. Because the negative swaps over the input, it takes the reciprocal of it. Then we can take the 4th root of both sides, which will just give me this is equal to a half. And then we can raise both sides to the power of 5, which will get rid of the 5th root over there. And a half to the power of 5 is 1 over 32. So n is equal to 32. I'm not sure if I did that right. I just need to double check that just by using my calculator. 1 over 16 is the same as 0.5 to the power of 4. Right, fine. Yes, we got it right. Okay, good. It's worth checking that, I think. Okay, so here, this looks like that's a sector. We know from circle theorems that that angle is double that angle, so that's 150. They're asking us to find the radius, the area of the shaded segment, that is 200. Wowza. Okay, and let's call the radius r. So we can set up a formula, and that is that 200 is equal to the area of the sector, which is 150 out of 360, times by the area of the circle, which is pi r squared, minus the bit which is unshaded, which is this section here, which is the triangle, which we know is a half AB sine C, where the A and the B are the same, so times them together just gives you r squared, and times that by sine of 150. Yes, okay, that is good. Right, so let's just do a little bit of simplification. So 150 over 360 is the same as 5/12. We can take an r squared out, so it's 5/12 pi minus a half sine 150 when the r squared goes out. Okay, so therefore r squared is equal to 200 minus that big bracket. So we could do not minus, sorry, divided by that big bracket, which is 5/12 times by pi minus 0.5 times by sine of 150, close brackets, equals, okay, so 188.9. So r is equal to the square root of that, which is 13.7, which seems feasible, so happy with that. Okay. Okay, a bag of beads. 6 of the balls are red and the rest are blue. Rabbit's going to take 2 beads from the bag. The probability that the 2 beads will be the same colour is this. Use algebra to show each stage you're working and calculate the value of n. Okay, so n beads in the bag. 6 are red. Okay, so red is 6, which means that blue is n minus 6. The total take away the red ones. Okay, so if we want blue, then we'd have to do n minus 6 over n multiplied by, there'll be one less number of blues available, and there'll be one less in total. And if we wanted red, then it'll be 6 over n, and then there'll be one less red available, and there'll be one less in total available. Okay, and then we'll add these together, and that should give us the total probability. So we have n minus 6, n minus 7, all over n minus 1, plus 30 over n minus 1, and this is equal to 9 over 17. Okay, so we're going to multiply out this bracket, and that's going to give me n squared minus 13n plus 42, plus a 30 makes 72. And we're going to have to multiply that through by the denominator of the other side, 17. And that will equal 9 multiplied by the denominator on the left-hand side, which is n squared minus n. Right, so we have 17n squared minus, let's do 13 times 17, so 2 to 1n. And then let's do 72 times by 17. So that's going to be positive 1224, and that's equal to 9 squared minus 9n. So take away the 9 squared and add on 9. Oh, I don't want to get this wrong now. Add on 9 gives us this, plus this, and that's equal to 0. Can we divide this through by 8? No, but we can divide it through by 4 though. So that would be 2n squared minus, let's divide this by 4, 53n plus, and let's divide this by 4, 306. Okay, let's then go to our calculator and let's cheat because we don't have time to mess about. So 2 minus 53 and 306. Okay, great, we get 18 and we get 17 over 2. So I know my answer is going to be 18, or n is going to be 17 over 2, which means we would have had n minus 18 equals 0, or we would have had 2n was equal to 17. So therefore the brackets would have been 2n minus 17, and the other bracket would be n minus 18. So look, we factorised it. The examiner knows no difference. And the answer would be this one, because it has to be a whole number. It says calculate the value of n. Yeah, n has to be a whole number because it's the number of things in the bag. Okay, so we've got a triangle. Calculate the size of the angle between MT and the horizontal plane. Give your answer correct to one decimal place. Okay, so this is an isosceles triangle, so I can, and M is the midpoint, I hope. Yes, it's the midpoint. So I can split this down the middle, and that will be 70 degrees on that side. Um, the size of the angle between MT and the horizontal plane. So this is the angle I'm actually looking for. I'm going to need this side here, let's call it X. So that is a right angle triangle that we've just created along the base, which has 70 up here and it has 8 over here, and we want this X here. So cos of 70 is equal to the adjacent over the hypotenuse. So X is equal to 8 cos 70. So let's go here, 8 cos 70. Okay, so that's 2.736. Now that should be enough then to work out the angle we're looking for. So that angle in there, let's call it theta, is equal to tan to the minus 1 of the opposite, which is 10, because it's looking at 10, and the adjacent, which is the x value we just found. Right, so I think that's it. Seems quite straightforward, a bit concerning, but I think that's good. Right, so we'll go with 74.7 to 1 decimal place. Fine. That's it, done, bosh! Right, so I make that 31 minutes and 2 seconds. I'm a little bit annoyed it didn't go under 30, but that's fine. That's quicker than the last time. The question is, did I make any mistakes? So now I'm going to get the mark scheme and I'm going to check over all of my work. So we'll be back in a second. Okay, I'm back. I've got the mark scheme over here and I'm nervous. Let's see if we can go perfect. Okay, so 28 is correct. 2p, 4p minus 1 is correct. And that is good as well. And this is good. I've just realised that if you have watched this, there may, and there has been a mistake. I bet it's very frustrating, so I apologise if there was one. So 24, 30, that's good. 21, 23, 25, 27, 29, that's good. We can have A union B not, or one could have had A not intersection B not. That would also have been correct. Okay, I'm generally terrified right now. 81k to the 8, 7m to the 4, n to the 6. That's good. Right, this is going to be tricky to mark, but it's a minus 9 plus 6, so that corner's correct. Minus 9, 9, that corner's correct. Minus 3, 9, yeah, that's correct. And then minus 6, 6, so that's correct, that's good. And this one is at 7, 3, that's good. And it's at 13, 3, 13, 6, and it's at 10, 6. Should be, yes it is. Good. We say enlargement, we say scale factor of 2, and we say centre minus 3, 3. That's good, because I thought wasn't sure whether or not that was right. I had to just kind of eyeball it. 36 is correct. That one took me an extra 30 seconds, which is costly. That's good, and that's good. Okay, Pacific, that's good. And then we've got 9.393 times 10 to the 4. That's good. We've got 1 and 20 as our answers for this one. This one, is it 10? Yes, it is 10. Lovely. 68.3, yep, that's good. Minus 2 and 3, yep. 195.4, yep. 10%, yes, that's good. This one, proof question. Yeah, so 2mn plus 2m plus 2n plus 1. Factorise it to become 2mn plus n plus m plus 1, therefore odd. Yeah, perfect, proved. Okay, so for this one, we've got 24 in the middle, 38, 6 and 12. We've got, 24 out of 80, and we've got 74 out of 80. Nice, come on. We got 55, good. We've got 5, and we've got 0. And we've got 4, 2 minus x, or you could have had minus 4 over x minus 2 as an alternative solution, but that would have been correct as well. Oh, I'm getting really nervous now. 1.5 and minus 1, yes, that is good. What we got here? 2 to the 10, please. Please. Yes, 2 to the 10. I had to check that one. Or was it this one I had to check? This one I checked, yeah. 32. I should have just gone with it. 13.7. Let's go. 18. 18. Yes, come on. And the final one, 74.7. Yeah, let's go. Okay, beautiful. 100% in 31:02. That is the new record. Come on. Right, I think I might make this a series. Just try and get like all the IGCSE papers done in like 30 minutes. If it's helpful and it's like good for revision because you're just getting so many questions in such a quick time, then yeah, I'll do it. I'll do this as a series, and let me know in the comments. Bye for now.